Hello, my friends. Welcome to Rockets and Robots, the Frisky Whiskers. This is part 2 of our 3rd episode, introducing the R&R Universe and our world-building process. Rockets and Robots, the tabletop role-playing game, has been inspired by 5e gaming mechanics, yet we have updated gameplay to be quicker and more immersive. R&R is a fast-paced, big-stakes game with adventures among other species and stars. Together, we are creating a storytelling collective, inviting all of us to creatively problem-solve and communicate before choosing violence by default. Through roleplay and engaging storytelling, Rockets and Robots is gently shaping our world's culture to ultimately seek peace and tolerance among our differences. Our podcast here is recorded live, unscripted, and uncensored. A little heads up for you folks. While we did create Rockets and Robots to guide the world in becoming a better place for our children, Rockets and Robots, tabletop role-playing game, and our podcast here is not made for children. Those of you who are curious about the R&R universe will love listening to our story as we aim to give you a sneak peek inside the various worlds and populations and the cultures of those who are present here. Check out our website, rocketsandrobotsrpg.com, to read about our lore and the various species and the classes we have available to play. In part 2 of episode 3, we will continue describing the environment of where our explorers have found themselves after a review with our head writer and galaxy master, Isaac.
And we are back with the Rockets and Robots RPG stream with the Frisky Whiskers crew, led by me, Isaac the Galaxy Master, with our crew, Roizen, played by Andromeda, Rolo, played by Dennis, Maru, played by Uriah, and Captain Cracks, played by Jake. They made some explosive sticky grenades and have set up a meet for this exotic wares buyer and seller for later tonight. They are currently in their little residence on the Limit, the space station that is the largest known place in the galaxy where multiple species reside and live and come and go and live a wonderful life. So, crew, what do you guys do next?
So Roll and I just got done making the grenades. We're gonna be working on trying to get the cameras hacked around that area so we can watch them. And while we're doing that, I'm pitching him ideas to program the Oomba to mess with Roizen.
Perfect.
So the 2 ideas I've got so far is when it's doing laundry, it mismatches her socks. And every single one of her dinner plates has 1 pea hidden somewhere.
On her, every single one of her, when he makes food for her, there is a pea on her plate somewhere.
Somewhere in her plate, hidden in something or under something or.
Okay. Rolo, with that in mind, you can make a computer use check if you'd like to reprogram the Oomba.
Yeah, I am gonna reprogram the Oomba, and I'm gonna tell Cracks that that's what I'm gonna do. But I'm actually going to reprogram the Oomba to give me more food portion size.
You better include the mismatched socks and pea.
First, roll a deception check, then.
That'd be 16.
16.
Do I get to oppose it with
as
insight?
your you can roll an insight check to see if you believe him as he's reprogramming the droid.
18.
18. So
Rollo.
you see Rollo reprogramming the droid, and as he's doing so, he keeps looking over his shoulder directly at you, Captain Cracks, and he's smirking in the process. And you know something's going on, and he's probably not doing what you asked him to do, but he is reprogramming the droid. So give me a computer use check now to see how well you reprogram the droid.
Oh, him. So I go up and put my hand on his shoulder and say, put the ones in I said you're going to put in.
That'd be a 21 for computer use.
21 to reprogram the Oompa.
What are you doing over there?
You can roll a... That's not like he's hiding anything. He's reprogramming the droid. You can see him reprogramming the Oompa, messing with its inners in its programming.
What are you reprogramming, guys?
Well,
We're trying to get it a female voice.
You know, Roizen, I can't lie to you. I quite like you. He wants me to mismatch your socks, but, you know, I refuse to do it. So instead, I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to just make it have some larger portion sizes for me instead. I don't know why.
As he's saying this to you, you can see that he's working on the Oompa. And as he finishes what he just says, he closes up the back and pushes a couple things on his hand terminal, and Oompa comes back to life and goes, yes, what can I do for you?
Hey, where's my Rolos? I've been waiting on them forever. You're supposed to bring them back. Chop,
Oh,
chop.
they're waiting in your private room.
I knew you were.
Oh, and here's your credit chip. And he hands
How
it
much
back.
they cost? I'm gonna check.
You go and check your credit chip, and it says 0.
Holy cow! What? How many did you buy?
All of them.
You go back to your room, and then you open the door, and Rolos just start pouring out of your door.
I'm gonna swim in it like Scrooge McDuck.
I poke my head in, and I'm just like, jaw drop. And
Rolos are pouring out of his personal bedroom.
I accept food packs if you keep me free of these pranks. Thank you.
So yeah, you
I
have
grab a
no
couple
more
packs of
units,
Rolos.
but you have like 75, a lot of Rolos.
I grab a couple packs of Rolos.
I'm gonna close the door and grab one of the packs out of his hand. You can have one.
So
how do we do with the cameras?
All right, I'll grab I'm gonna stuff like probably about a dozen Rolos all over my person, and then I'm gonna go with him to wherever these security cameras are he keeps talking about.
Mm-hmm.
How long do we have until the drop?
You have about 4 hours.
Okay. Maru's gonna go with, but eventually I want to like take a spot about 30 meters away, set up with my rifle to make sure that everything goes well.
Out of combat or character rather, did we get a rest and considered yet for spells? Or
we have not gotten arrested yet.
Okay. And
no, we have not gotten arrested yet. No.
Okay. So all right, thanks.
No, you're too busy ratting me out to Roizen.
That would happen tonight.
Roizen's my fellow buddy. She's helped me out. I can't.
That'll be
carved meat off for you.
We're about in the middle of the day, towards the late of the day. traveling through the tunnels was a few hours, and you guys went down in the morning-ish after your meeting with Krostos. So I would say it didn't take that long to go down to the bedrock and pick up your dancers. It just took a couple hours to travel through the air tunnels. So we're saying you're about mid-afternoon, early evening-ish now. So.
Do we have to go out tonight, or are we heading out tomorrow?
We were going to head out tomorrow, I thought.
Yeah, I think that's
the only thing that was pressing was meeting with this exotic wares dealer.
Coming with us, Roizen? I guess not.
Roizen, they asked if you're.
Are you coming with us?
We're going to hack some security cameras.
Set up for the tracker guy.
Do you need a backup?
I mean, I wouldn't say no. I'm just asking if you want to come with us.
I think he just likes your company there, Roizen. I'd keep an eye on him.
I'm just considering whether I want to use a hit die and recharge. Are we looking for a fight? Is anything going to happen?
No, I don't know.
You can do that at any time you want. It's just out of combat. It doesn't take anything but just to roll your hit die and add your Constitution modifier. It's just a simple thing that you do over the course of a few moments.
Okay, I'm gonna go do that, and I'll be out and ready to go.
Works for me.
All right, so you guys take your moments to prepare. You guys grab a couple things for your little recon of the area you're going to make this deal with. You go down the couple blocks from your establishment to a major crossroads hub. There's no one's exact front door in this place. It's more like just like a cross section, a hub for where people come and meet and then go to their place of residence. With like a couple terminal consoles that you can pull up information on or do stuff like that at this place.
Okay, my darlings. Anyone got any ideas to make this go better?
Well, I'm gonna post up a little ways back, and I'll keep Guardian watch. Is there any tall buildings that I can kind of scale?
Yeah, there's multi levels that you can see here. Different heights on each side. So it's up to you how high you'd want to go, or what level you'd want to see from.
I kind of want to be about 30 meters away.
Okay, yeah. You can find a place that is. It's like so where you're at, it comes to a cross section in the halls, and then on each quadrant there's different levels that rise, where it's just like a simple corner walkway that goes up to the different levels, and at different increments there's bridges that link the different causeways and different walkways on all the different levels. You can see on one of the two different sides, there's elevator shafts that are not too far from those that can bring you up to different levels here as well. So it's not hard to scale the different heights or get a good view from where you're at.
Perfect. I'm going to scope in, and I'm going to go on the intercom. I'm in position.
I'm gonna creep up until I can get a signal and no closer than that.
Roll computer use check there, Rollo. Roizen, what would you be doing?
I'm going to be keeping watch for Rolo while he's face into the computer.
Cool.
They have some pretty good security. I rolled a 7.
Yes, they have some strong security. With you still get a feed of the different cameras. Royzen, give me a perception check. And you see the different feeds. You got a few different vantage views of this courtyard. And you can get all the different information you need to get back in later. And as you're doing that and you're saving the information, Royzen sees a security droid scanning in your direction and coming your way.
My perception
Was it what?
was 8.
Yeah, you still see the droid headed right towards you.
I'm standing at the meeting spot.
Well, I don't see the droid, so I'm going to try and hack it again.
Royzen, you see a security droid
I
headed in your direction.
elbow Rolo and say, hold up.
What's going on?
I kind of just guide him under, with my arm, and we walk about 3 feet, north or the side of the terminal.
Out of range, pulling Rolo out of the way. Rolo, as she does that, your signal goes too far out of the way, and you're disconnected from the servers. And the droid seems to just keep walking past you with a new directive, it seems, and marches over and sees a busker playing some music, and he says, "Papers." And the dude playing music shows him his permit to play music for money in this location and says, "Very good." And the droid keeps walking past you. You're in the meeting location, Captain Cracks. It is a busy, busy courtyard of many people, security, people walking to and from their places of living, to the pods where the lifts are. A lot of people.
I'm just slowly popping Rolos while I'm watching everyone.
They're pretty sticky in a chokar's mouth. Your teeth not really built to chew caramel very well. It tastes delicious, but man, does it get in there. But yeah,
I got claws for that.
I'm gonna wait till the guard gets kind of far enough away, or the security drone, and then I'm gonna kind of creep up and try again.
Okay.
I want to, if I can, through my scope, kind of scan the courtyard for any kind of suspicious activity.
Awesome. You can. Yeah, go ahead. Roll.
I was just going to say 18 for computer use.
18, that's a much better. You learn the ins and outs of the security around there, and you are pretty sure of yourself of being able to establish a link if you need to again.
Okay, I think we got what we need. I say that in comms.
And then Maru, you can give me either perception or investigation check through your scope.
It's going to be a 13.
Using what?
Investigation.
Nice. As you peer through your scope, Mario, you're just picking up different patterns with the people as they come and go, walking to and fro, looking for any suspicious individuals that stand out to you. But it just seems like a normal mid-afternoon, early evening here on the limit. People milling about with energy.
Okay, team. Everything's looking pretty clear. No sign of any person of interest.
All right. Well, I think we could probably head back then, right? I think we got everything we need. Do you think? I think we could maybe upload these into our system so we could see them from our place. I think I should be able to make that happen.
So what's next for you guys? As you have
Well,
your information, you know it's pretty safe location. It would take a lot for someone to set up an ambush here on this busy crossroads.
I feel like that was all in a day's work and probably about time to eat, I think.
You have enough time to make some food and get some and get a nice nourishment before your meet.
All right. Well, I guess
To
we'll head
appraise
back to,
these knocker scales. So, all right. Is there anything else you guys need to do before your meeting?
Other than go back and eat, so I can give dirty looks at Rolo for getting bigger plates. I knew it.
So you guys get back from your meeting and you get back to your place. The Oomba version 2.0 has cleaned up the Rolos that have spilled into your common room and has stacked them neatly over your door like a door frame. Just the Rolos wrapped in their golden foil, stacked as towers, just coming out.
Well, I can't reach those. I'm gonna go grab one from the middle.
It's surprising that it doesn't come down. This Oomba has engineered these towers in such a way that it stands strong.
Well, I guess this will work for now, but probably need
as
your help in the
I
future,
say,
right?
as you do that though, and you pull one and you take it off and you turn just in a way that your tail clips it and it just goes tumbling down, creating another scattered mess of gold Rolos all over the place.
Wasn't me. I have no idea what happened.
I will clean it up, Master. Do not worry.
Thanks, Zumba. You're the best.
Don't clean it up before making dinner.
As you say that, a timer goes ding, and the oven to your establishment pops open, and you can smell some delicious food already been prepared for you.
Oh well, in that case, since it's cleaning the room, cleaning up the Rolos, I'll plate the dinner.
Oh, Oomba.
It's
I'll make sure to give
food.
Rolo an extra small portion.
Actually, there's 5 portions now instead of 4. So
Yeah, I'll just hide the other 2 or hide the other one, and I'll part that 5th one out on the 3 plates and give Rolo the one that doesn't have any extra.
okay. Captain Cracks plates some food, and it slides one in your direction, Rolo. You notice it is considerably smaller than the other 3 plates.
Cracks. We're gonna have a problem, I think.
Turnabout's fair play.
I'm gonna have to reprogram the Oomba to make sure that whenever you try and sleep, it'll occasionally beep every 10 minutes just to keep you awake. So we could just.
I figure we're even at this point, but I can keep programming it to do shit to you too. So
The Oomba speaks up and says, "I would reprogram myself to beep in random intervals between 7 and 11 minutes so that he cannot be comfortable and continue sleeping through."
You too?
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Friend, we are going to love you.
While the Oomba is busy doing that, I'm gonna hurry up and swap the plates around.
It's really all your fault.
I'm going to
You're
start
all- you guys-
popping the plates.
You guys enjoy your food after fighting over whose portion sizes are larger, eventually Roizen probably gives in and gives her larger portion to Rolo and enjoys the smaller portion to herself. And your food is delicious.
Thanks, Ryson.
And, time is for you to do what you'd like.
I'm just
that
going
was
to
good.
kick back
The
until
sky's
it's
the
time.
limit here on the limit, so everything and anything can be found here. Just takes time.
I'm kicking back until it's time to do our meeting.
Yeah, same. Maru's gonna clean his rifle. You just get ready.
Time goes by quickly, and you all realize it's probably ready to get going. And you pack up your gear and head back to the crossroads in the fringes, not far from your place. Maru, I'm assuming you go back to your spot that you scoped out previously. Rolo, you hack back into the computer, the security networks, and have the video feeds at your beck and call, with Roizen standing at your side, keeping an eye out for anything mischievous here on the street level. Captain Cracks standing where he needs to be, waiting for this mysterious contact to appear. And waiting there, and time goes by, where you're getting a little impatient. You guys watch and listen to the many people coming and going through this crossroads, and you watch people stand and interact with the terminals right next to you, calling up information and going about doing their business. And as you're almost ready to call it, a Grax, standing 2 meters tall, dressed in pretty rugged gear, walks around the corner and heads in your direction, Captain Cracks. He's the one thing that stands apart from other Grax that you've seen before is that he has white scales. He definitely is the most unique looking one that you've seen before. You've heard of different colored Grax before, but you've never seen a white scaled one in your life. And he walks with a purpose. He has a long rifle slung over his shoulder, different packs around his side and different down his legs, which are strapped, different small devices. And then at his side is a four-legged beast. Almost looks like a dog, but it also looks reptilian at the same time, standing or walking obediently at this Grax's side. And as he gets closer, you can see his left eye is not humanoid. It's not his original eye. It is robotic in nature, and it focuses on you as he stops in front of you and looks down and says, "Are you Captain Cracks?"
Yes, I am. You must be the great unknown that was sent to me.
You can call me Thorn. Thorn.
I'm sorry, what?
Ice Scales. Thorn.
Thorn Ice Scales?
Thorn Ice Scales, yes. I heard that you have something that you want me to look at. Some exotic.
I've got a very nice and 3 not so nice knocker scales.
Knocker scales. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, let me look at him.
So I get the knocker scales out for him.
Yeah, he peers. He looks at them thoroughly. Gives them a nice long smell up their spines, and says, "Yeah, this one here, it is pretty nice." It could be used in a lot of different armaments and exotic wares. I can give you 200 units for this one.
What about the other 2, 3?
50 apiece.
Done.
Done.
So that's
Awesome.
350 units total. Correct?
And yep, 350 totals. And head swipes him in your direction. Now, if you can take out knockers, I think you might be able to do me something better.
Maybe.
If you're interested,
I'm
I
listening.
could send. Well, if you're interested, I could always have you go out and bring me back anything that I have been asked for that I might not have on hand.
I am definitely willing to keep my eyes open while I'm doing jobs for my employer.
Excellent.
It tends to get me into some unique situations.
Well, I will let you know if I need anything done for them in the near future.
All right, I swipe my contact info to him.
Excellent. Thank you. Here's my information, too. And he swipes it back. Again, Thon.
Pleasure doing business with you, and hopefully more later.
Come up with any more knocker scales. I will be interested in buying them. I always have people in demand.
Absolutely. And
Nice
with
doing
that,
business with you.
you as well. And with that, I start walking back.
And as you pass the reptilian beast, you can get a sense of it, like getting your scent, almost like, and marking you in a weird way. And it lets you pass, and it purrs, but it's got like this weird reptilian echo to it as it makes the sound as you walk past it.
Does it let me pet it?
Do you reach out to it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it lets you touch him.
Oh my goodness, he's a good boy.
And it's like a smooth velvety texture, but scaly at the same time. So it's like it's like a soft fuzzy egg, like a pattern, scaly kind of texture in a weird way.
Boy. He's a purebred good boy.
Petting it one way feels very smooth. Petting it the other way, it's like you pick up the edges of its scales, and it doesn't really work that way. It's almost like rubbing against sandpaper the wrong way.
Yeah, you just see Cracks completely abandon any semblance of being a tough guy and completely lose it over petting the dog.
Perfect. Perfect. Maru, you watch this through your scope. It doesn't seem like the Grax is giving off any hostile intent, and just seems very nonchalant, very neutral energy as you watch the exchange between him and Captain Cracks. The one thing that you do catch is the beast at his side is attentive. He's the one keeping watch during this exchange. You can see that the master knows his companion has his back and has no worries that something would get a surprise on him with his beast next to him. Come on up with shit for this class as I describe it for you guys.
That's the genius of world building and just like immersing yourself. That's beautiful.
So I get back and I say, all right, here's your guys' cut. And I send 87 credits to you three.
Oh, awesome.
Thank you.
Well, that
Nice.
seems pretty lucrative. We could always do that in our spare time. We could go clear out some vents. We could be heroes and make money. How about that?
He said he's always in the market for knocker scales, and if he got any more requests for some exotic materials, he'd be into it.
That should be no problem for us.
he'd let me know, and I'm definitely willing to go do some side gigs here for credits. Also, whatever happened with the rebreathers? I know I sent you some money earlier for them.
Yes, Maru points to the table. Yeah, I brought those back earlier. One for each of us. And he explains what the sprocket guy told us. That they work good.
Thank you. How much are they?
They were 45 a piece. I bought 2 of them, and Rax.
I'll send 45 your way, Maru.
Perfect. Okay.
I'll just put. Who am I sending 45 to?
That'd be Cracks.
All right, I'm gonna send them 45. I suppose. I might have to modify this mask a little bit. Can I modify the mask to where I can kind of wear it at all times and have it to where I can press a button to where like it'll just kind of like go back into like around my ear area? You know what I mean? Kind of retractable. I don't want it to be active unless I have it on. I just more aesthetically.
Okay, yeah. Give me a repair check then.
All right. 14.
14. Yep, that's enough to make it aesthetically pleasing, and just when you want to put it on, you can put it on with a push of a button. You, with your smarts and engineering, hacking and modifying gadgets, you can easily do this for yourself.
Dude, do that to mine.
All right.
Doing it to other people will cost some materials and units.
Okay, how much?
Let me see. For you, probably like 20 units. That's a deal.
All right, I'll do it. So I sent him 20 units.
All right. Let me. Anybody else want this done while I'm at it? Might as well get it all done.
I guess. Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right, 15 units.
What?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I'm game.
10 units.
Nice.
Rolo, you bastard.
And in the back of your mind, you just made even as the 5 extra units you made off of Captain Cracks makes up for the 5 you discounted Roizen.
Well, we were even. Now I have to get you back.
All right, I'll get to work on these. I'm gonna spend the next
give me a single repair check.
Can Maru help and give his last lucky die?
Yes, of course.
That's a D6.
All right.
He believes in you, Rolo.
14.
With a D6?
Yeah.
He's able to modify all your guys' rebreathers so that they sit back behind you, out of the way, not obnoxiously in any bit, and you can just he sets it up so that you can push a little icon on your rig, and it activates the rebreather and comes over or down over your face and stuff.
Hey, thanks, Rolo.
Hey, anytime. Happy to help out my friends.
This will make it so handy in combat if we get hit with like a gas bomb or something.
We ever end up in a sewer again.
So we'll say in combat, if you do not have your rebreathers activated, it'll be a free action to activate your rebreathers no matter what. That since Rolo has done this modification for you guys. Whereas it would have costed a free action use or an item use on your in regards to you can only use one item in a turn free. But the next item costs you a beat, so you can now use your breather and one item for free in a turn.
Okay.
Awesome.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm bushed and we got things to do tomorrow.
Yeah, we do. I am definitely one sore mouse. Let's go to sleep.
As he turns to walk away, I step on his tail and hold it to the floor so he stops and trips.
I'm gonna, as he goes to try and step on my tail, I'm gonna just move it out of the way.
Both of you roll a dexterity check.
Dirty 20.
It's 4.
4?
Yeah.
So, definitely Captain Cracks steps on your tail, and what happens is you go to whip it out of the way, and you actually whip it so hard you trip yourself in the process, and you trip you over your own feet. And instead of being tugged and pulled back, you fall forward and roll into your room. Swimming into your Rolos.
Did he hit the Rolo Tower on the way?
Oh, it hasn't been rebuilt yet.
As soon as I roll in there, I'm just gonna close the door. Wherever I plopped, I just close the door.
So as he's rolling away, I try to yell, "We're even again!" as I'm laughing my ass off.
You
Oh, you
guys
do.
settled into the night with no troubles after Rolo rolls into his Rolos, filling his room. And you guys can take a you can take a rest now and refill all your hit points, refill all your life points.
Let's do it.
Refill your talent slots.
Oh.
And refill all your hit dice as well.
So,
Go.
if he's sleeping in a mountain of Rolos, wouldn't his body heat melt them all to him so he'd wake up in a chocolate cocoon?
I'm sure he's eaten enough that he can sleep.
You guys are no fun.
Your diabetic coma.
That's just not true. We are a barrel of laughs.
All right, you guys wake up feeling refreshed, ready for the next day.
I head out to the commons area for breakfast.
Maru does as well. Bellies up to the island bar that we have.
Your Oomba has prepared eggs and ham, ready for consumption.
I don't mess with the plates this time.
I get my fair shares.
Can I get a coffee, please?
Yeah, it's all ready to go. Pours you a cup of coffee.
You see a flask come out and dump a bunch of cream-colored fluid into the coffee cup that Cracks is drinking out of.
You guys all go and drink your coffee, and it is the most watered down, bitter stuff you've ever tasted.
No.
Mine tastes like whiskey.
Rolo.
This is the one flaw the Oomba has. It cannot make you a good cup of coffee right now.
Can you make good tea?
Oh.
Tea's the
I don't know what you guys are
world.
complaining
You
about.
boil some water and put a bag in it.
Rolo,
I'll take some tea then.
Rollo's sit there and you look at Rolo and he is sipping on a straw. He is drinking chocolate milk.
Chocolate milk made from the Rolos that he purchased.
Divine.
At breakfast goes wonderfully. What do you guys do after that? You guys love to eat food on this fucking show.
Hey, at least we don't forget.
It's like a typical anime all over again. Every episode, someone's cooking or eating food. It's like,
Well, I mean, it's unrealistic to never eat.
that is true. Most of the
We
ingredients do not
also
eat
went
food.
and showered, like, you know.
You know,
Sorry.
the fact that I was covered in blood and
This
gore.
probably would be the first role-playing group that I've ever had where someone said they went back to their place and cleaned up, you know? So,
Or the
But-
fact that I pointed out how much blood and viscera I was covered in.
yeah.
Well, gang, we got things to do.
Yeah, we should probably get a move on.
Yeah, I want to go scout this club.
All right.
Let's go.
Do you go first thing in the morning to this bar and brothel?
Yeah,
Or...
I'm not going to go inside, but I need to find it and check at the vantage points,
Gotcha.
exits, how many windows are we
Gotcha.
looking at, can we hack a
Gotcha.
floor plan?
It's
Our
not
work
so.
doesn't-
From your place of residence on the fringes, it would take a good hour to get to this place. From the Frisky Whiskers, it is not within walking distance of it either. You would even have to take a taxi tram or a shuttle to get to it as well. It's not out of the way, but it's not located near any popular place because it's probably the most popular thing in its area.
It took us an hour to walk there or ride there?
Took you an hour to ride there from like
Okay.
the lifts to get a shuttle, shuttle or taxi tram
All right.
there. When you get there, it is bustling. It is open. It is operating. People are coming and going. Doesn't look too busy at the moment, but it has a few people every 5-15 minutes coming and going from it. From the outside, it doesn't look too fancy, but it does look elegant. Its outer facade is very simple but streamlined in a way, and the one sign above the entrance door says the Blood Blossom, and it next to it is a red flower that is, to anybody who's Chokar, it is a Chokaran blood blossom from the forests of Chokar.
What
The
about
flower
businesses
that-
next to it?
Do you also know? Huh? What'd you ask?
What about businesses next to it?
What other businesses are next to it?
Yeah.
They're mostly Chokaran in nature. There is a barber shop, like a Chokaran a barber shop where you get your nails done and your teeth filed and your hair clipped. There's also a couple restaurants and places to buy clothing and stuff like that. It just looks like a standard Chokaran area of the limit.
So
No,
I'm thinking if
no.
we need to make an what?
Keep going. No, go ahead.
Oh, so guys, I'm thinking if we need to make a quick escape, we should probably try to get that tailor on our side and have some clothes ready to change our look if we need to make a quick exit during our
So, I understand what you're saying and all, but I feel like I'm fairly unique looking, and I don't know how well that's going to work for me.
Oh, we can take you to the barber. Get you a real special haircut.
I want to look around and see if there's anybody passing out pamphlets.
pamphlets?
Or any like advertising for this place. I'm looking for like event flyers, seeing what's going on today, like if there's something going on this evening that we want to invite ourselves to.
There's no one outside the establishment, but you do see a small hollow display next to the entrance that says standard viewing tonight. Entrance fee is 20 units.
A very high entrance fee. All right, so let's hash out exactly how we want to play this. It's kind of hard to get here. It's very distant. Escape is going to be an issue if we don't have something ready and waiting for us. So we're probably going to want to have some kind of a private vehicle.
I'm gonna look around and see if there's any accesses around here to like the vents.
Okay, roll a perception check, roll an investigation check.
Good idea.
Captain.
Air vents, you genius. We can go in the sewer again.
Well, my thought is we could go into the sewer if there's an access point to get into one, and we can go ahead of time, clear it out if there's any knockers down there, so that way we're safe when we need to escape, and we can also make money because I don't know about you, but yeah, I'm kind of broke.
I think it's a good idea. We could map out our path in the process.
That's true, and we have been working on mapping out the tunnels too, so we can sell that knowledge.
We can get to another level too, and then we don't have to have such a pressure on an escape. Also, how do we want to handle this guy? Do we want to just like take him alive, slit his throat?
Who are you talking about?
Oh, the Moonfur, I forgot his name.
Rollo's perception check was 12.
Looking for air vents or sewer entrances, it's pretty that doesn't look like it's going to happen. This establishment is pretty high up in the Wen. You did have to come up an elevator to get to this level. It doesn't look like it's connected to anything that you would be able to access to get to any air vents or anything. It looks like any of the atmosphere or for environmental for the building is brought in through standard venting, not big enough for you, let alone Roizen.
Yeah, I'm not really seeing much.
What if we get an AirPod and like have it close by, stashed, that we could just get on and out if by chance something goes wrong? We're not trying to kill anybody. We're just trying to get some information. You
do see private air cabs parked around. It doesn't look like that would be a difficult thing to do if you needed an escape vehicle.
Are you sure we don't want
to? There we go. I think that's a good idea.
I mean, we could make it look like an accident.
No unnecessary killing yet.
Are you talking about the owner of the
Yeah, I forgot his name. The Moonfur or whatever they were called.
Moonback.
You
want to take out Blind Eye Moonback?
Yeah,
Blind Eye Moonback.
That's the new leader of this of the glaring.
Blind Eye Moonback.
That's his name, yes. Blind Eye Moonback.
I wrote it down this time.
Well, I think going in there does give us an element of surprise. I don't think just going in there blazing without like doing this.
I didn't say go in there blazing. I'm just saying if the opportunity presents itself, quick little slice across the throat, Bob's your uncle, out we go, and
I want to remind you that the year is 3250 something, and technology to find people who kill other people is a lot more advanced in this day and age. And there's cameras everywhere.
Yeah, I really don't want to murder anybody. It would create a void of power in this little function that I just don't want to have to deal with right now.
If you take out Blind Eye, Quick Claw, Plume Fur, or Small Paw might take over, and then you're gonna have a gang war on who wants to lead the glaring. So assassinating Blind Eye might be a big problem.
Yeah, let's just try to get him off the boss's back. Let's
guys. Oh.
Maru's gonna.
To remind you, Krista said nothing about killing anybody. Krista said just scouting.
Keep in mind, in Krax's backstory, he admits to dropping a spaceship on a moon just because he wanted to.
Rolo, can you add these cameras to your network so we can try to keep an eye?
Yeah, I think I can do that.
The cameras around here? Yes. You want him to hack into the cameras of the network around here? Cool. Let's see if he can do that.
All right, and I am actually going to use hack. And
nice.
That would be 25.
25 is actually exactly what you needed. You pulling up your invention hack, giving you a boost to using computers. You do that, and you are thankful because as you attempt to break into this part of the network, you realize that the security is much stronger here. Whoever operates this section of the limit, or whoever runs the security is got some either is well informed or is paid a lot of money to do whatever's being done here.
Well, I can tell you guys based off their security, these people have some serious funds. I don't think I've ever hacked into anything quite this elaborate before, so we should probably tread carefully.
Well, now we got their cameras, so we can kind of see what's going on.
We do, yes.
Just the outside. You just see you've got one camera that points at the entrance to this place.
That's it, no more?
Yeah, that's it.
Dude, how could you not get the shower camera? Oh.
This is all they have on this network. Just this one camera.
Is there a back way, like an alley, an exit out of back or side entrance?
You scope around the side. It does take a little bit of finagling, but you are able to find a back door to this place. It is plain and simple, and there's no handle or anything to open the door from your side.
Anyone got any of that sticky web?
You used it all making your grenades.
No, I don't have any left.
Alright, so we got a back door we can escape through.
But what are we escaping from? We're just supposed to case the place.
You never know.
Well, I wouldn't mind going in there.
Did you expect to go into the sewers or kill 2 knockers when we went down to escort a couple of recently freed slaves?
Fair point. And I'm all for it. But, okay.
Is
there anybody else that want to come with me? Check this place out?
Yeah, I'll go inside.
Yeah, I'll walk in.
Yeah, I think I could use a seat.
Maru purposefully left the uniform part of his armor back at the house. So, it's just his armor.
Nice. Ven hook you up with simple a simple vest for everybody when you're in the Frisky Whiskers.
Yeah.
So you guys
I don't put it
enter.
out of there.
You guys enter the Blood Blossom. It is a small but high-end establishment. You can hear the music from the entrance. It's not entirely bad. You can at least dance to it. The entrance is small, having a small coat and weapon check to the left. And there is a couple vending machines to the right for mood enhancers. A simple droid is standing behind the desk of the weapon coat check and asks you all to check your weapons at right here. If any of you want to keep any of them on you and they are small, you can attempt to hide them with a sleight of hand check. Obviously, your rifle is slung across your back. That is not small enough.
No.
A pistol, on the other hand, is small enough.
I'm gonna give him the rifle, but I will roll to try to keep my pistol.
I got a 15 sleight of hand to keep my pistol while I check my pulse rifle and pulse blade.
Cool.
I got a 17.
Perfect.
I bust out my rolling pin. I don't have any weapons, just my rolling pin.
That works.
I thought about it for a second, but the things I wanted just like tumbled out, and so I picked them up and I had my weapons over. No fear.
Nice. You both are able to conceal your your pistols and check over your other larger weapons. The droid thanks you and hands you tokens for your checked items. Please enjoy the Blood Blossom.
So I go up to the bar and ask for an alcoholic coffee.
Rollo's gonna go over to the mood enhancers. He's not familiar with those. He wants to check them.
There's a couple vending machines there. One with standard simple refreshments, bottles of water, other carbonated beverages that you can buy before and after coming to this place. But the other one has mood enhancers, different drugs that you can purchase at this vending machine. A couple, for example. One is named Blitz. It's an upper with mild hallucinogenic effects. You have teas. One named Echo. One named Pixel, and another named Joysticks. Different recreational drugs to use while you're in this club.
I'm gonna look at the prices.
Prices? Blitz for one dose runs you 30 units. Teas runs you 40 units. Echo runs you 60 units. Pixel runs you 40 units, and then Joysticks run you 100 units. You look at Joysticks and go, "Oh, I can't use that. That's only for Sims and droids."
Okay, well, I'm kind of curious. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try that Pixel.
Pixel.
I'm gonna give it 40 credits.
Yeah, you pay the machine, and a small capsule pops out of the vending machine. You read the information for this substance is downloaded into your wrist rig, and you can read that what it does is for the next couple hours will give you a visual effect where lights and stimuli are pixelated in your mind, giving you a sensory experience like no other.
Oh, yeah, he just, as soon as he gets it out of the machine, he pops it in his mouth and then he reads it after.
For the next couple hours, all your perception checks using sight are at disadvantage.
How long before it starts taking effect?
It's almost immediate. You pop it in your mouth and swallow, and as soon as it hits you, your face flushes, and you feel a slight warmth and tingling sensation through your whole body, and anything that is like illuminated, reflections off of glass or reflective plastic, you see the pixelated fireworky effects. Nothing looks normal at all. It's a little for the first time. It's a little unsettling, but as you get into it, it is quite the visual display.
Would I have noticed him taking this?
More than likely, you saw him purchase and just pick it up and pop it in his mouth.
Maru being one.
Too late to stop him.
Yeah, Maru being one to not shy from recreational drug use. Gonna go walk over to Rolo. Hey, buddy, do you need a trip sitter?
You see Rolo just kind of looking all over the place. He doesn't even notice Maru walk up to him. He's looking at all these pretty pixelated lights everywhere, looking at different shiny surfaces, just eyes wide open.
What do you see in there, bud?
Who are you? Oh, Maru. Hey, just looking at these, the scenery.
So you guys, there, if you want to look, is the floor plan of this establishment. Here is, at the south end of this image, is the entrance where the coat check and the vending machines are. And as you finish purchasing your stuff, you enter into the place. As you enter, you can see that there are restrooms on either side of the entrance for the patrons of this place. And right there next to them, there on either side are two doors with a simple sign saying 2 private rooms. Lifts, small little elevator lifts that will bring you up to the levels of the private rooms. Further up in the middle of this place, you see on the east side of the map are 2 small private booths equipped with privacy enhancements, so that if you were to be in sitting at those tables, you can actually push a couple buttons and no one will be able to hear anything that you guys are talking about in that booth. Or can you hear anything outside the booth as well? On the other side of those booths, there is a simple door marked storage. And then as you continue traveling up the hall, it leads to a large dance floor where you see still, even as early in the day as you guys are, you see many patrons dancing and grinding to the music. There are small tables and chairs surrounding the dance floor. And on the west wall, there's a small bar with a couple droid attendants taking orders. The east wall, imagine you can't see the 2 rooms that you can see, and it is a simple wall with a hollow screen with a series of videos showcasing the employees that you can schedule VIP sessions with. And then the northern wall you can see is a stage where there are dancers dancing to the music. Costumes to leave little to the imagination. With most of the dancers are Chokar, and most of the patrons are of every species there. And then in the below the stage, south of the stage, there is a small computer terminal where you can schedule and order a VIP session for yourself.
Duly noted.
You guys can enter into the place, and as you do so, you guys can roll perception checks.
You said it was a 20 credit entrance fee?
Yes, 20 units to enter into the place as well. The robot at the code check will take your entrance fee.
Hey, Maru. Hey, do you think you can spot me? I don't think I have enough.
Yeah. And Maru hands over 40 credits.
To the entrance droid?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I got a dirty 20 for perception. As I'm walking in, I say to everybody through the comms, I'm gonna head to the dance floor.
I
got a 12 going to the bar.
I got a 16.
For perception?
Yes. I thought I rolled an 8, but I realized I was looking at it at an angle.
Captain Cracks, you went to the bar. Did you roll perception?
Yeah, I got a 12. I'm trying to get a, alcoholed up coffee.
Nice. Cool. And Dan, Rolo, you rolling with disadvantage?
Yep, Rolo rolled the 5.
A 5. And then Roizen?
Got a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. Nice. So, Rolo, you can see the club is quite, busy. You can see that there is security, but the men and women and the different members of the dance floor that are available to, because you can see that the many different employees that you could to bring upstairs are also on the dance floor, grinding and dancing with the other patrons, are very distracting, and that's about all you see. Remind me what you guys, Royzen, you got a 20, and then Captain Cracks,
12.
A 12, and then Maru, you got a
16.
16. Cool. So, Captain Cracks, you're go to the bar and ordering your drink, and you can see the many dancers, but you don't get distracted by them, and you can count that there are 2 guards at the entrance as you pass them. You also saw 2 more guards at either entrance to the private room elevators. You see one at the bar standing next to you, and then as you are watching the dancers and the other patrons enjoy the music, you can see 2 other security-like chokar roaming the dance floor, where the many different bodies grinding on the floor start to distract you. But Maru, you can see the guards roaming the dance floor as well. And then ignoring the half-naked bodies dancing, you can see that as the guards roam, they actually have a specific route that they take, and it leads them to a door that is hard to see if you're not looking for it on the east wall. It looks like they enter a simple code and enter into the door, closing it quickly behind them. But Roizen, your eyes, with your eyes, you quickly see into that door as the guard opens it, and you can see that it's a security room with monitors and another guard watching them. And you realize that as you scan the rest of the room, Roizen, you can see that there are hidden cameras in different locations throughout the club as you finish your scan. And you take mental note of them and make note that there are other 4 hidden mechanisms throughout the establishment, 2 towards the entrance and 1 on either side of the dance floor.
Rolo, he is just fascinated with the lights on the stage. He's going to go plop down pretty much as close as he can find a chair to the stage and just watch in awe.
I'm going to tell everybody what I see, that there's 8 total, including 1 in the security room with security feeds, and there's 4 hidden mechanisms throughout this place too. I'll show you when we get back to the den.
Do you guys want to do anything besides just counting guards and cameras and other stuff?
Drink my coffee.
Do our wrist communicators, do those have a camera?
You mean like to take a video message?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to.
Or it's like, is there a way to use it to like take pictures with that
Yes.
camera?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So definitely Maru will take some photos of.
Are you doing it discreetly, or are you just taking pictures?
I'm gonna try to discreetly do this.
Roll a deception check.
Deception. Okay.
Do I see Maru doing this?
It depends on his deception check.
It's gonna be an 18 plus 3 for a 21.
I don't think you see Maru doing this, because I don't think anyone sees Maru doing this, because he's doing a really good job of deceiving anybody, as he's looking like he's sending a message as he's sneakily or very deceptively pointing his camera at certain angles and taking pictures of the distinct things that he can see.
Were there any other tasks we needed to do?
Find the one thing that you did not do is he wanted you to find out where the employees are kept or held.
So I'm drinking my coffee at the bar, trying to take it all in, and realize that with all that information, we still don't have that, I'm hoping. And I go look at the booking a VIP room.
Cool. You go down to the terminal, and as you do, you notice some familiar faces, Captain Cracks. As you walk down to the scheduling terminal, walking into the dance floor and taking a table are the 4 Chokar that barged into the Frisky Whiskers just a couple days ago. They sit at the table. You see them wait for the guard to pass them, the nearest guard past them, and they get his attention.
I'm going to take a scarf that I've got around my neck and put it around my head, so just makes my appearance just look different than it was before.
Roll a deception check.
While I'm messing with the terminal, I'm trying to overhear if I can hear anything from the floor with the guard.
Roll a perception check.
I've got an 11.
11?
I got a 9.
A 9. Roizen, you do a quick job. You're pretty certain that no one's going to recognize you, but you look around and you're one of the few Eltari in the establishment. You hunker down and find the nearest shadow and just hope no one notices you or recognizes you. Captain Cracks, the music is pretty loud, and if you wanted to get if you wanted to hear what they're saying to the guard, would have to get closer. But as you're thinking of that plan, the guard then leaves the group of Chakar and goes into the door that Roizen and Maru pointed out, and disappears for a moment.
Security room door?
Yeah.
All right, I'm looking at the prices for VIP sessions.
Cool. Ordering a VIP session costs 100 units, and you get 90 minutes with your choice of person, and the prices can go up depending on the choice. But that starts at 100 units.
Where's that plan?
Like all computer mechanisms, things can be hacked.
Yeah, I'm gonna try computer use to see what I can do.
Okie dokie. I'm not saying that you should do that. It's just a choice.
I rolled a 17.
Well, that's great because that's the number you needed. You roll. You pull up your wrist rig, your hand terminal, and you are able to just successfully get in through the security measures of the terminal. From there, you can order yourself a session, but you also have access to cameras and activating security measures if you'd want.
Can I re-access this at a later point, or keep the information to re-access at a later point?
Yeah, you can create yourself a back door to do this later.
Well, I'm creating myself a back door.
Yep.
And I'm going to, or later, make sure we get this information passed around to the party and see what we can do about setting up some kind of a wireless remote.
And as you do that, you can see that there are other options that are available. It would just take a little more finesse to get deeper into the system.
What are the other options that are available?
You can
like
see,
you said, security procedures.
You can
like
see the Blood Blossoms server and database access, but there are firewalls protecting those things.
After putting the back door in, I'm going to try to get past the firewall for the database to see if I can figure out the floor plans and get information on the employees.
Cool. Roll another computer use check.
Don't feel me now.
As you guys see Captain Cracks work at the computer terminal, anybody that was watching the group at your car, you notice now, instead of security guard coming back out, you notice a very fine dressed Chokar with a simple lapel pin of a crescent moon adorned to his chest. He sits down with the group of Chokar and starts a conversation. You got a what?
A 19.
A 19. You are able to hack into the club server. You can download where the employees are being held and have the coordinates downloaded. And you also you also can download the location and coordinates for a Moonback safe house.
All right, so I'm downloading all that and making sure I got a backdoor through that firewall, and I'm going to stop pressing my luck.
Perfect. The finely dressed Chokar is talking to the orange furred Chokar that you first saw, and what you can only assume is the manager or owner of the establishment seems to get anxious. You can read that without even rolling.
Maru would like to.
Anybody attempt to sneak up to listen to that conversation?
Yes,
or
Maru is going to try to sneak up and listen.
Cool.
I thought this was going on while I was doing all my hacking.
Yep, that's what's going on while you're doing all your hacking. Go ahead there, Maru. A stealth or a deception check?
Okay. It's going to be a 15 plus 3 on stealth, so 18.
Yeah, nice. Using the other dancers and patrons to disguise your approach, you get close enough that you can pick up a few things about the conversation that is taking place. The orange-furred Chokar, dressed in a white suit, like last time, seems to be leading this conversation and talking to this crescent mooned pinned Chokar. You hear Krosta's name, and you hear that Krosta has started to get smart. The orange-furred Chokar continues. He has hired a crew, probably here right now. We know this only because the last time we were there, we were able to plant a bug and have been listening in on his establishment. You might want to do something about that before time runs out. We'd like to keep our business arrangements with you intact. And the crescent mooned Chokar, that's when he starts to get anxious and stands up from his chair and walks back to the security door, where almost immediately 2 more security Chokar exit from there and start to roam the dance floor with a much keener eye, it seems.
Maru's
starting to scan the corners and the dark shadows of the place.
Maru's going to get on the intercom. Guys, it is time to go.
I don't even question it. I just leave.
Yeah.
Toss my token, get my stuff, and out the door I go.
Everybody can, as you're leaving, roll a deception or a stealth check.
I'm going to burn a luck on that.
I got a 19 stealth.
Nice.
Okay, so that's up to
11. It's a 14 stealth for Rolo.
A 14 stealth for Rolo?
Yep.
Uh-oh. And Roizen?
7.
A 7. And Maru?
12.
A 12. Captain Cracks, you, with ease and with confidence, are able to sneak out of the Blood Blossom, and you point yourself up across the way to watch through the entrance of this place, waiting for your other members to get out. You watch Maru able to just exit as a security guard, one of the Chokaran that was roaming the establishment, just grab Rolo and get Roizen's attention before they're able to check out and grab their items. With a simple voice, the Chokaran guard tells you that Krosta will not be able to shut us down. If he continues, we'll just collect more souls. Let him know that his time has come to a close.
I'll get right on that.
And they let you check out without any hostility as long as you don't display any hostility.
I'm gonna kind of toss the coin, the token, over to the baggage check and get my rifle, walk out. I'm also going to, as soon as I am out of their eyes, text a message to Krosta telling him that office is bugged, stop talking about work. And I'm going to catch up my comrades that are at least outside what's going on, which is only me and Cap.
Roizen and Rolo are escorted out of the establishment behind you with the same warning.
Rolo, he just keeps looking all around as he is being escorted.
Yeah, being outside the club is even more hard on your vision, as the many different signs and lights are just fragmented with what's going on in your brain.
Roizen, I might need a little assistance getting back there, and Rolo's tail is gonna reach out for Roizen's hand.
Roizen takes Rolo's hand,
my way.
follows behind Maru, and meets up with Captain Cracks as the crew just comes out of the Blood Blossom with a little more information than they had before. And we will leave you here, and we'll meet you next time here with the crew and see what happens next on the Frisky Whiskers. You guys have a wonderful night, and we'll see you later.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
After a successful recon mission to prep for their meeting with the exotic dealer, the crew made their way back to the den for another meal. Then they all went back out to meet the mysterious contact and have their knocker scales appraised. When the contact finally arrived, they became faced with a rare white-scaled Grax named Thrawn Ice Scales. The exotic items dealer gave them a fair amount of use for their scale harvest and agreed to purchase knocker scales from them in the future. Our Galaxy Master then became inspired to create an entire playable class through interacting with Thrawn. This is how Rockets and Robots, the world and universe, is being built. Through play and curiosity. You are hearing our creation process in real time. In fact, this entire interaction was completely improvised. Isaac didn't have any of this planned. Next, Rolo, played by Dennis, became inspired to modify the rebreathers to rest tucked away on their necks, so when in combat they can become activated with a free action. Normally, each player only has one free action during each turn. In this case, activating the rebreathers, modified by Rolo, is now a free action, which allows for the players to use a second free action during their turn, if they want to. The crew then took a long rest after their meetup and, you guessed it, ate another meal before checking out the Blood Blossom. Although it was still morning, the bar and brothel was open to customers, and so the crew decided to go on in. It was quite the long journey to get there, and so they made sure to discuss a quick getaway plan as well. Rolo hacked into the local camera system and found access to a camera directed on the front entrance of the Blood Blossom. That could come in handy in the future. We then get a description of the Blood Blossom as the explorers venture inside, including, yes, the various substances and mood enhancers people are able to purchase for recreational purposes. Once inside, Rolo does not hesitate to imbibe some pixel, and the crew continue on with their recon mission. While the crew strategically split up, guards were counted, traps were found, and Maru even overheard a conversation with one of the Moonbacks saying they planted a bug inside the Frisky Whiskers. Oof, the Moonbacks have been listening in on Krosta. The crew then attempted to leave without any interference, yet Rolo and Royson are unable to be stealthy enough to leave unseen. Security delivered a threat next, saying, quote, "Krosta will not be able to shut us down. We'll just collect more souls. Let him know his time has come to a close," end quote. Security then escorted our explorers out of the Blood Blossom without a fight. Visit our website, rocketsandrobotsrpg.com, for all of our links, including our NPC contest through our mailing list and our Discord community with all the juicy details of our universe. Rockets and Robots RPG is active on Instagram, Threads, and Facebook. Find us on your social media. I would love to chat with you. Enter our Discord community to receive first access to our podcast, as well as gain access to the Rockets and Robots universe. Inside our Discord, you can read all our playtest materials and join our science fiction storytelling collective, and basically receive first access to everything. Special thank you to our Galaxy Master Isaac and our playtesters Jake, Uriah, Dennis, myself, Andromeda, as well as Rocket from Pixabay for this episode's music. Feel free to leave us a message or a comment about today's episode. We would love to hear your reflections. Where would you like our crew to explore next? What's your sci-fi?